Roller coasters, we all love them. There's not much that one can compare to the adrenaline rush that you get when a roller coaster climbs a steep hill or inverts itself in a 360-degree loop. Additionally, the onset of modern technologies have made roller coasters astounding and out of this world. This can be seen in the King Dakar at Six Flags, the Formula Rossa at Ferrari Land, the Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland, or even the Millennium Force at Cedar Point, all famous roller coasters. The roller coasters are known for being completely thrill-invoking. They're also known for being safe and very consistent. However, with the onset of climate change, all of this will be at stake.
Hey there, I'm Ricky McBrown, roller coaster enthusiast, and I'm your host on today's adventure through roller coasters and climate change.
A study conducted by the Administration of Amusement Parks and Attractions found that the chance of getting injured on a roller coaster would be 1 in 24 million. To put that in perspective, the chance of getting hit by lightning, 1 in 775,000. Now, we've realized that roller coasters are the most safe of all ride and amusement attractions. However, all that's going to change. Let's hand it over to our climate expert on the next part of this documentary. Hello, I am climate expert John Ron Johnson, and I will tell you all about the greenhouse gas effect and how that is changing our world. So essentially, the sun radiates heat, and that heat is absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere. However, the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane causes for the heat to stay trapped within our atmosphere, and it continues to bounce around, therefore overall warming up our Earth all that more. One of the most direct causations and secondary effects to the increasing global temperature is the melting of the polar ice caps. Now, of course, according to the simulation, it is rather obvious that as time has been going on in the most recent years, there has been an average decrease in the global ice caps as a result of temperature increase. Ultimately, however, this melting of the polar ice caps will result in the general rising of sea levels all throughout the world, which is rather obvious. But that actually has another tertiary effect directly onto it, which is the increasing of evaporation in the ocean and the increasing of precipitation throughout the world. As a result, there will be more water vapor and more water molecules in our atmosphere, and that is a direct contributor to hurricanes, storms, and floods, all of which will be increased and become more severe as climate change increases. Of course, all this is bad and all, but what does it mean in terms of roller coasters? Modern-day roller coasters are always equipped with powerful equipment that allows them to combat weather and ensure the safety of all of its passengers. One of these designs is the actual design of the modern roller coaster wheel. They're created so they grip the roller coaster on all directions, therefore limiting the risk of sliding from rain and sleet. Additionally, either made of wood or iron, trestles and large tubulars help to keep roller coasters upright and in the right position in the case of large storms that will inevitably cause them to topple over but not to break into small pieces and hurt civilians below. Of course, these roller coaster preliminary defenses are just merely defenses. Roller coaster accidents still occur, but with the increase of climate change, which causes for increase of precipitation, higher winds, and extreme weather events, roller coaster accidents are happening more and more often on the daily basis. Here is a victim of a roller coaster accident on the scene. Well, my name is Melinda Gates, and I was just a victim on the accelerator roller coaster rollback. Essentially, what happened was that our roller coaster was going up the hill, the first hill actually, and then it didn't gain enough speed or something, and then it just rolled backwards. I was so scared, I was scared out of my mind. This is the first time I've ever had this roller coaster incident. I've been hearing that these sort of incidents are becoming more and more common as the 21st century has been progressing. Melinda and the accelerator roller coaster was a combination of high winds as well as rain, causing for the track to be more sleek, causing for the roller coaster to not gain enough torque and therefore roll back once it has reached the top of the roller coaster. This event is no isolated event. We have seen many cases of roller coaster accidents such as this caused by weather all throughout North America. An example of this would be actually with Hurricane Superstorm Sandy earlier this year. There was a roller coaster on the shores of Jersey Shore that was completely swept up by Hurricane Sandy and casted out into the ocean. Due to most roller coasters' tall yet wind-catching design, many roller coasters like these were completely demolished. Therefore, as shown, these roller coaster contraptions, though seemingly very large and very structurally capable, they're still very vulnerable to the increase of extreme weather events. Of course, I'm a huge roller coaster enthusiast, and I'm not just going to sit idly by as climate change completely destroys roller coasters, and neither are roller coaster experts either. One of the recent and most significant changes to roller coasters in regards to climate change would actually be the development of the magnetic brake and magnetic propulsion system. Essentially, how a magnetic brake works is that it uses a magnetic field to reduce the kinetic energy from an incoming roller coaster track, therefore causing it to slow down. This improvement is very important since it allows for stopping of the train without any friction, lowering the risk of sliding due to sleet and rain. Similarly, the magnetic propulsion system in fact actually uses eddy currents and magnetic fields to repel the cart along the track. There are moving fins along the bottom of the cart that actually is repelled from the opposing magnetic field along the sides of the track. This is greatly significant since roller coasters are now able to propel along a track and gain kinetic potential energy without having to climb the traditional roller coaster hill. This will allow for contraptions to be less prone to high winds at taller heights and be more creative. Ultimately though, the best way to combat roller coasters against climate change is to combat climate change itself. We as humans must take each of our own part to reduce our emissions and our waste to ensure that not just roller coasters, but all aspects of our future will be ensured.